Welcome to the end game, folks. If I make it through this, it'll be a miracle. I can do it, it's just hard. 'Cause that there, bottomless pit. That there, fire. Like, all of the worst things in the game are now here.
Including water?
Funny you should say that. Because I'm going to laugh really hard when we get to that part of the game. Because there's a very specific thing that happens. And of course that requires me to get to Act 3. And actually, I remember the first time I got to Scrap Brain, it was because I cheated and did the level select. And so, like, I warped to Scrap Brain 3, and I was like, did the game glitch out? That should give you a hint as to what is to come.
Oh my. Whoops.
Damn. I haven't hit a continue point, have I? No, I have not.
Nope.
Well, we'll see how far I get in Scrap Brain.
But is there then a scrap body?
That is, that is sort of Sonic Mania. It's not called that, but it is that. What is that level called? Titanic Monarch or something? It's actually a really cool, endgame area. I would not recommend Sonic Mania as the first Sonic game for anybody.
Okay.
Number one, parts of it are harder than other Sonic games, although they are less bullshit than this game. But also, a good portion of that game is references to older Sonic games. So, and Sonic comics, and Sonic tie-ins, and random Sega things. So, like, it's just way better if you've experienced other Sonics before doing Mania. That said, I love Mania. I love the DLC on Mania. Oh, crap.
Zap.
I'm so glad that wasn't a bottomless pit.
That would have been rough. Upsies!
Okay, so we had to...
Also, are we floating on Neapolitan cookies?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, crap! Oh no. Everything's gone wrong again. See, Sonic 1 is full of bullshit. The bullshit in, like, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 at least feels fair. Oh, right, that's this part. Okay, I had to wait for that to pop back out, and then... boing, boing... There we go. Oh, goody.
Timing! Whoa!
Oh, God.
Whoa!
See... And, like... Game design like that, you tend to see more in, the GBA Sonic games, the DS Sonic games, and a lot of the later Sonic games, and it just feels needlessly sadistic.
Mwahaha.
Like, there's a lot of things that will kill you in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Bottomless pits don't tend to be one of them. At least not frequently. And definitely not anything as unfair as this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That asshole. gonna eat those later.
And then I was gonna try and walk through a metal detector and see how well that goes.
I never told you about my high school science teacher, did I?
Probably not.
Mr. Mo. He's gotta be retired by now. I remember, because, like, he was the one who ran all the paperwork for Supervillain High School. He was the one who drove... When it came to field trips, he tended to be the one to drive the buses. He was the only one who knew how the technology worked. So he had unlimited power, but I remember we were going to the Smithsonian on a field trip, and, like, he comes over to me and is like, hey, check this out. And he shows me this big knife he has in his pocket. And I'm like, what? Why do you have that? And he's like, every time we go to the Smithsonian, I keep bringing a bigger and bigger knife through the metal detector, just to see how big it has to be before they pull me over.
I'm a hamster.
The timing on these things are finicky.
Quick, stay
Like,
away
there's
from any microwaves.
Like, there's a very specific spot you have to jump on for this, and you go up, and I just can't remember where it is, because it's been a long time since I played the game.
There you go.
Okay, and what do? You give a platform which accomplishes things.
It makes you go to the right.
So one thing you might notice in this game, like, we started off in, like, a lush green environment.
Yep.
And then we gradually got into, like, more technological things.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was
Sonic the Hedgehog has actually a fairly... Like, it's not the most subtle green message, but as far as green messages go in games, it's not entirely beating you over the head with it.
Yeah.
And, like, Sonic CD has, like, is the best execution of a green message I've seen in a video game ever. But we'll get to that if/when we get to that.
That is fair.
Okay, but I don't want to be...
I don't want a haircut now.
See, like... Though, that thing there, those pits can be, like... incredibly cruel, because it's like, oh, you fall in, it closes back up, you're stuck with the lightning, and you can't get out.
Whoops. At least there's some shinies.
Shiny rings.
And it turns out they're all ring pops.
See, whenever I think of ring pops, I think they taste like sand, because the only times I tended to have them were on the Jersey Shore. Okay, there we go. Platforming has occurred.
Indeed.
Oh, dear God, this is going to be awful. Or not. Everything's fine. We're
live.
fine here.
As we get a constant zapping from a pile of bricks.
I thought I was crushed there. Oh God. I'm now imagining Wing Fortress in Sonic 2 and hoping really hard that I die before we get there. Wing Fortress is super cool. It's also super hard.
I would imagine. Shiny!
I totally meant to do that. What are you talking about? Okay.
Oh. You know, see, a pig should have come out of that instead of a chicken.
It's, bacon and eggs. And that's a rabbit.
Ain't I a stinker?
Okay, I think we're almost near the end of this. Ow. Ow.
It's fine, I got one. I only need one.
That is very true. Okay! We made it to this. I'm not gonna say anything for a minute, because I want to see your reaction.
Okay.
Aha, it's Robotnik! We've got you, you fat bastard! Oh god!
Oh my.
What does this look like to you?
A lot of water.
So welcome to Labyrinth Zone Act 4, everybody!
I thought it said Act 3.
Oh, it's Scrap Brain 3! But it's Labyrinth Zone 4!
Oh, okay.
Labyrinth harder! Luckily, I think I got the shortcut here.
Purple.
It's like Labyrinth Zone, only everything hates you even more.
How is there fire underwater?
It's, grease.
Ah. Where does he get the grease?
His fat butt.
But he's an egg. Would he really have grease? If anything, he might just be a lot of cholesterol.
Yeah, like, there is a super fast way through this level, which I think I'm doing. It's harder, but it means you have to put up with less of this bullshit.
That is fair. Also convenient that the animals in these areas are always penguins and seals, which are known to live underwater.
Yep. We must save the Piplup.
The Piplup and the seal.
Okay, yeah, see, here's the end of it. If we went the other way, it would have sucked more.
Final soon.
So this is clearly going to be a dramatic final boss fight. We've been chasing Robotnik all this time.
Also, how did we end up on the other side of the force field by doing that?
So welcome to this. Oh crap. Okay, I think I have a continue.
Yes, you do.
Which, if I'm incredibly lucky... Yes, okay, we got this. So as you can tell, as far as final boss fights go, this is very... effort? Question mark?
Yeah.
Like, it's... They actually made this like a mid-boss in Sonic Mania. Just because of how underwhelming it is.
Yeah, it's like, which one is worse? This or Bowser in the original Mario?
In later Sonic games, the final bosses got way cooler. Except Sonic CD, but That Sonic CD had the Metal Sonic boss fight. I'm willing to forgive it a lot.
Whoops.
Okay, maybe I don't got this.
You got it more than I do.
But, like, the Sonic 2 boss fight is sufficiently epic. The Sonic 3 boss fight, oh my god, I love that boss fight. It's basically Robotnik pulling out all the stops. So yeah, I try to stick towards the middle when I can. It's when those middle two columns go that it's tricky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slow and steady, which is weird considering it's Sonic.
I mean, you kinda have to do that for Sonic 2 as well.
Also, I feel he has way too many hit points.
It's 8, I think, and I did that stupidly, and I'm amazed I didn't die.
Magic! There he goes!
Guess what? Screw you! Bye, whore. So yeah, this has been Sonic 1.
Indeed.
Rough around the edges, but still a good game. If we'd gotten all the Chaos Emeralds, they'd be coming out and making magic flowers here. That's really the only difference.
Huh.
But, Star, what did you think of this game?
I mean, I can definitely see why it would be so influential and so popular. I don't know how well I would do at it, but I can see why people really enjoy it.
And, like, you can definitely tell this was a first game. I remember when this game first came out. I was about 4 at the time, and, playing on, like, my cousin's Genesis. And, like, there was nothing out there that was quite like this. Like, people talk about, like, oh, Sonic's just a ripoff on Mario, it's a platformer. Well, it's a platformer, but it just feels so differently, and it has a very different energy from, Mario.
Yeah.
Again, I love me Mario. I love Mario, but Sonic, like, it has that cool vibe to it, that sassy vibe to it, that totally radical early 90s energy. And there were, like, robots and scientists, and oh man! And you gotta go fast, except you can't at certain parts.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, I didn't show that off because I'm bad at it. I may show that off when we get to Sonic 3. Sega, thank you for that. Wow, I didn't do as badly on the emeralds as I could have, really.
Yeah, he's only got 2. Also, that's not how you juggle, Eggman.
Boing, boing, boing. Sega! But, yeah, any other closing thoughts?
Not quite sure myself, other than maybe we needed more David Bowie in the Labyrinth Zone.
Definitely. It's only forever, not long at all. Lost and the lonely, that's underground, underground. Feel like I missed a line in that song somewhere. Been a while since I've listened to my David Bowie collection. But, yeah, that's it for Sonic 1.
Yes.
Are you gonna close the LP?
I probably will, yes. Once I figure out what I'm doing to wrap this up. I am very confused by that still.
Yeah, the Emerald stages get very different than later games, but we will get to that.
But as the mysterious birds float away, I guess this is a good place to wrap it up. So until next time, everybody, this has been the Landstar saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.
Take care, everybody.